Ooh, that's hard to breathe in the morning. I hope everybody's having a good day. It's Thursday. I just been doing some track work. Might have been on earlier, but maybe what's my favorite spot? The movie spot, not the one that's on TV. That way I can still run things and work on the layout. Once I get these all glued in and painted, it won't be bad. Wife went down to the store with a friend. I figured I'd jump on here and have some me time. Hello, Lee. How you doing, bud? I watched your video this morning, dude. That's pretty cool. Looking good. What time is it over there right now, Lee? Both. ACP, how you doing, brother? It's 3:22 there in the afternoon. It's 11:23 here in the morning. Or the afternoon, yeah, in the morning. Okay. Sorry, I had to get pictures. Oh, dude, you ain't lying there, long job. This is where the lift out bridges separate. I just wanted to make it look a little bit better than it did. I can get my fingers to work. Yep, go in, brother. Oh, that way it don't, it looks a little bit better than having a big old gap in between. From where I mounted, like right here, here, and here, there, and there, there's screws that these rails are soldered to. And I figure, once I get the weathering on them and get them painted, probably won't be able to see them. Hey, Lee, that uh, Grandpa Kevin that hangs out on your channel with you, he sent me an email. I want to run it past you first because he sent me a request for a pack like you do, hang your stickers on the wall. I didn't know if it was a scam or what. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to run it past you first. If he's legit, at the bottom of his email, Grandpa Kevin, he was on your show the other day. Well, it wasn't on your show, but was in the like. And at the bottom of the email he sent me, it had well, here, I'll bring it up on my phone and let you see what it says. I can find my email. Okay. On my newsletter. That was. Come on, where'd it go? Ooh, Michael Mark. That's not what I'm looking for. Though. Oh, there it is. Ah, well, there it was, and it. Okay. Here I had to upgrade my Steam or StreamYard, whatever it's called, because they only allow you 20 hours a month to film, and I hit the 20 hours out of that 18 hours. So if I want to do any more live streaming, I had to upgrade or wait until next month. Okay, where did it go? But now I'm able to reach. I'm able to record and stream and all that good stuff. Well, that's crazy. This is there. Huh. Hey, do you all get these channels that you click on that takes you to a porn site on your comments? I figured that YouTube, right here it is. Okay, that's kind of awesome. So that's when you subscribe. Oh well, I can't find it. I'll look for it later. But at the bottom of it had some kind of a porn site on it. And I wasn't too sure about that one. Man, yeah, I got when I bought the wife's new laptop, excuse me, um, I bought her a new laptop and I got her old laptop. Well, I couldn't say old, it's 10 years, 5 years old. And the only thing that has been on this laptop is Facebook. Game room. Come on. Had a deer in the road, they had to stop. Excuse me. I apologize, but my lungs are full of congestion right now. my lungs are full of congestion right now, and I'll tell you what, the medicine they got me on is yesterday. Whew, got me breaking up. What I do my big butt. Yeah, that'll work out good. I figure this will be the section that I'm gonna work on the next couple weeks. I got to put a rock wall here. Um, get the guardrails in. Uh, do the normal grass and all that good stuff. Don't let my tires kick. But I figured I'd just jump on here and do some live feeds, and I know once you get all the yeah, the rocks in here, you ain't gonna be able to see half of what I'm doing, but I know they're there. It gives me something to do. When my son gets home from work tonight, I'm gonna see if I can. I've got a set of earbuds from wireless ones. I'm gonna have my son help me set them up where I can invite people into the room and still hear them. Because right now, as it stands, I don't have headphones to, besides my gaming headphones, and them things are not uh, too comfortable to work with and wear. But as soon as he gets them earbuds, I think they're called, set up, I'll be able to invite people into my room and I can hear them and I won't have no echoes, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'd like to invite people into my room, and I don't want people thinking that I'm greedy. This is on my station, you can't come in. I'm not like that. I've got I've got problems with keeping my opinion to myself, I guess, called inner immediate intermediate some kind of disorder. Explosive disorder is what the doctors call it. I don't have a filter that takes the where I gotta, where some people, won't say what's on their mind. I do. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. But that's intermediate explosive disorder. That's what it's called. And if I miss my medicine, boy, you can definitely tell. I'm a bear. I think, I know I do owe Dwight an apology for igniting on him because I didn't have my medicine for almost a week. But I don't like fake people. Be yourself. Nice thing about having the camera set up like this, I can see my inside work. Or what does it look like on the inside? Yeah, I know. I'd like to invite everybody into my room because now I'm up to, I think you can invite 10 people into the room. I went with the $25 a month ordeal. But if you do it annually, it's only $20 a month. Costs you $240 a year, which ain't bad, I guess. But who has $240 to fork out right now? Waiting for my rich uncle to get out of the poorhouse, as they say. Oh, get it. What's the weather like over your way, Lee? We're heading into our winter, unfortunately. I was sitting here last night watching the trains run by, eating cookies and milk. I see Joe on this morning, but well, I'll tell you what, thank God for good insurance. Through the mind, the wife looked up my medicine. If my insurance company wouldn't pay it, through the month, where I retired through the mines, my inhaler alone is $800. And with my copay through the insurance company, through the mines, I only have to pay $5. Well, my thing is, if you can, if I only have to pay $5 for my inhaler, why shouldn't it be that way everywhere? You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I think insurance is a scam, a major scam. Because I know somewhere on the settings in this laptop, I should be able to plug in wireless, it should be able to activate wireless stuff, but I'm a coal miner. I ain't no computer geek. That's when my son's grandson comes in. I got so many, those, when you're doing your bench work and the drywall screws that you use, I got metal burrs in my fingertips from them. I don't look too shabby. Once that dries down, and you look decent. And I still got Frosty the Snowman on my head. I don't know why. I guess because the cold weather's coming in and everything like that. Okay. You get my brush work and I'll do the next section. Oh, thank you, brother. You too. You keep up the good work. Okay, now I need a little bit of The colors I'm using is pavement black, fawn, and gray. Come on, hurry up. Get over. Go. So you're gonna do a live video or pre-recorded? That's cool. I figured out why I wasn't getting notifications, even though I had them turned on. YouTube shut them off. I wasn't getting no notifications from anybody. There's some reason I don't know why, or YouTube, and I don't know. Crazy setup, I guess. But this is the section I'll be working on until it's done. And then I'll move to another section and do little bits at a time. I thought I heard one come on. Yeah. That's the one I bought off of Jack Jack for $30, dude. $30 plus shipping. It's over a year old. It's the one that ran on his layout for a year at this speed, and I figured, well, we're just gonna keep it at that speed and let it run another year. I got lucky though when I got it for $30. And it's a scale train engine. I gotta find the ditch lights, and well, I'll show you on this one. Everything right here, the handrails on the front of an engine with the ditch lights. Uh, I've got to replace because, well, that's a lot better when you turn the light on. My little heathen cat decided to eat them. And I turned my back for a split second. It's like I told the old lady, I said, boy, you can tell this medicine's working. Because I'd have killed that cat if I wasn't honest. But it only tore the handrail off, the front rails, and the ditch light covers. Everything else still works. You know, lights and all that good stuff. But when I turned around and seen he had a yellow handrail in his mouth, oh my God. He still owes me $50. Probably cost more than that to get the parts for it. But I've been trying to get a hold of MTX, or whoever that is, because I got the engine through. Uh, their customer service sucks. I left a message and with sales, and so I guess I'm gonna have to go through another dealer just to get parts for their engine. You know what I mean, Barry? All I'm doing here is dry brushing, trying to get that grain on them tires to come out. And once this dries, it'll die down and look decent, I hope. If not, I'll start over. Oh yeah. And let me see if I can bring you down closer to see what this is looking like without tearing up everything. It don't look too bad. It don't look, I mean, it's on camera, it don't do it justice. I guess I've watched Heath's show last night about cameras and stuff. I guess I'm gonna have to get me a decent camera, because this one here is about, well, everything in my house is old, even me. Yeah, so now you can see where I stopped. No, it is um, it's a Logitech Quick Camera Pro 9000. Which it don't do a bad job, you know what I'm saying? I can't record in 4K with it. That's how old it is. Grandson was making out his Christmas list for Santa Claus last night. I told him, I said, put on your Santa Claus list that Papa wants a new engine. He said, Papa, this is my Christmas list. Do your own. So I got to sit down with him tonight and make out a Christmas list for Santa Claus. No, the camera on a laptop for some reason does a real dark image. It's not like this one here. You can see the daylight out and everything like that. Yeah, I gotta get me. I've got two in the back when I do build back there in the back room. But like I told the wife, I said I might as well just bring them out here. Bring them out here and use them. But I watched this guy called the DC guy. He I've got a bunch of those little servos. Uh, the little blue one, and I ordered some resistors, some green lights, red lights, and these little mini toggles, which I've got 3 here, but I got 6 in the back. These are 1 amp. 1 amp, Quad 15, all electrics I got them from. But he showed a way of wiring these to where you can use the toggle switch instead of because on these servos they got that, you have to have a plate that has the buttons on them to push. He did a video on how to use these here to throw the switch by the toggle, just with what's right there. Resistor, 2 resistors, and a red and green light, and a toggle switch. And I seen him do that because it's like, I'm not going to spend that kind of money on tortoises. It ain't happening. I'll go to, you know, now this section here will be all throws. Because the only power that's over here is track power and my UD40, my universal panel. Because like I said, this part right here will lift up, and it's hard to run wires to the door. unless I want to do 3 amp, 5 amp through here like I did the brass shims and everything. I don't know. It's still early in the layout. I'm glad I seen that staple. That would have been a big disaster. All I'm doing with this gray is going on the sides. That way it'll, when I do my stones in between the tracks, it won't. Like I said, once I weather this grass and dirt and 80% of this ain't gonna be seen. I'm just doing this to get rid of the cork and wood look. Because see right here, let me back you up a little bit. Right through here, I've got to cut some of this back because it's, by the time I do my rocks, the rock facing right here, it'll be right on the layout. And when I do my drainage ditches down through here and little mud puddles and static grass, I'm hoping this area turns out decent. Like I said, what I got in my head and what I can put on paper, it don't work. Sounds like the wife's home. Hi, honey. Ooh. Yep, paint. Oh. Thank you. I must have been a good boy. I got me a Wendy's Frosty. I said, this is the main road, but this is going to be a service road. Have gravel and dirt and all that good stuff. That looks a lot better than that wood. My wife has an addiction, and it ain't drug. Um, these little bobby-headed things that sun activates, and they do that number. I bet you I've got about, well, on top of my cabinets in the kitchen, there's probably 30 of them. And then on the windowsill, you got like 5 or 6 of them, maybe 10, that, she changes the seasons. Patrick's Day, Halloween, Christmas, New Year's. But I told her she got a bad problem. But I'm gonna go rinse my brush and I'll be right back. Okay. Yep. Mama got lunch, so I am going to change the view for a minute. And I hope y'all don't get sick. I hope I don't get sick. I will be back probably in about 15 minutes. I'm going to go eat lunch. I'm going to enjoy my frosty and my hamburger. I'll be back in a minute. No. Okay, I'm back. Hi, Joe. Thank you, brother. How you been? I don't care what anybody says. Well, I do, but ain't nothing like a baconator and a frosty. That right there hit the spot. Okay, now my plans are. I just set Dairy Queen in there. Let's see, my road is going to come right through here, and then down. So I've got to build. Oh, so picking up another load. Um, we got we got orders from the office to pick up the load, and Okay. That's going to make that boy right there triple pink. Then he had to pick up a load and if you want to remember. Okay, back to where I was at in the beginning. And if people are wondering what the blue tape's here for, there is 5 layers on every one of my curves to give it that angle. But I'm just piddle farting around today, Joe, painting track and weathering and having fun. Hey, did you see Jack Jack's new video on that camera? That was a pretty cool little camera. That's definitely true. No high train speed on that one. Yeah, Jack Jack's gonna be happy. I just sent his engine out, or his box car out to him. Maybe he'll get a double present. Oh, did it freeze up on him? Is that why it's sitting in that 1 yard? Okay. Oh, okay. I see now. Well, that would suck too. Where's this choo-choo place out of that he was mentioning? Do you know by hand, by chance? Because I'd like to get me one of them cameras. That was pretty slick. I never thought I'd see an NNS engine on his way out. Norfolk Southern engine. Yeah, that's my cell phone sitting there. That way I can see what my brothers are talking about. Well, I bet they cost a pretty penny to send that. I have to send you the goodness sake, sandpaper and nails. Ooh, I have to send you mine and let you do it. Been working on that fact. So I think tonight, before I go to bed, I will do my plaster for the road. That way it can dry all night. everybody thinks, building a layout, oh, yeah, put it down and let's run. But they don't realize all the work that goes into a layout if you want it right. Like adding these ties in with a skipping. But I am going to get the make switch, the switch kit to make your own switches. I am going to buy one. I did a comparison on if it was feasible enough to do your own switches or buy them. Well, at anywhere from $25 to $35 a shot for a switch, and you can buy the kit for about $200, and you can make as many switches as you want. So I think that's the next route for me, is to start making my switches and replacing all these. Of course, I did off. There's a buddy of mine. His name, he goes by Gino. He lives down in Georgia. He's a retired police officer. He's a so I bought 5 of his switches for $20. They're Atlas switches, But after I had that little incident with that one switch up there, that made me think more about buying that kit and making my own switches. The only reason I'm working on this right here because I know that this right here is not moving. This will never come up for any advances, any upgrades, because the lift out bridge has to stay in. So I figure I just work on this area and get this section done and move on to the next one. Because there's a lot of track and I ain't even done yet. I still got the peninsula to build and design the yards that I'm gonna make. And that way, I'll just do that black. And I said, that's all gonna be rock face. I have tested ran my fingernails so many times over this crack that I have got a V-groove in my one nail from the crack. But y'all know what? I'm running trains, baby. It's still after a year. I can't believe that it's up and running. My wife's got good patience with me. Well, I got good patience with her. One part of this is I get to go back and do what I did. I get to go back what I'm doing and put a rust on the inside of the track and outside of the track. After I'm done with this section, well, after I'm done with this little thing, I'm just wasting time, Lee. No, I ain't wasting time. I'm getting something done. I don't have the comfort. Well, I know my track works good. Um, but as far as doing an all-night run, I don't know. I might try it. I might just try it. I'm up to 245 watchtowers. I only got until 4,000. Man, that feels so good. No dips, no. Yeah, I have to cut this one back too through here if I want to do my rock base. Now, as soon as I figure out how to use this new setup, I want to bring up a section of what I'm working on. Let me see if I can do that. Okay. There. Can you all see that? I don't know if you can see that or not. Um, that is the lumber yard that I'm going to that I'm doing. Um, the buildings that are that are backed by the track. That is where they keep all their styrofoam, insulation board, uh, treated lumber, and the main center building. Here, let me try to make it simple. But yeah, exactly, brother. The center building is the main office. Um, the building, the one that is built up to the main office right there, with the gray roof, and then you got a gray and white roof. That's where they keep all their um, carpet, linoleum, stuff like that. And then the buildings to the right of that, that looks like a horseshoe, that's where they keep all their lumber, concrete bags, um, sewer pipes, stuff like that. And then the buildings that are far to the left, uh, that's where Primo lumber's kept. But I want to, that's what I'm going to build. That's Ellis Lumber right there. I got a creek that runs down the front of it. Now that building that sits on this side of the creek, that used to be the very first store. That was what he started out with 85 years ago. He's been in this area. And then that way, I mean, I'm not going to be able to do all of it because you're talking an eighth of a mile up there. But what I was thinking, he don't have railroad service. All he does is have his equipment, all this lumber and stuff shipped in by trucks. Well, this is where the twist comes in. That rail right there behind the building is the switch that takes you back into the lumber yard. I put a switch in there, and that way you can go back in the lumber yard. That way they you can have a lot of work. And the other one is probably have to do this. Pictures of, God, I bet you I've got close to 100 to 200 pictures of landscaping in this area, mountains, the scenery. Um, Let me see if I can. I like this new upgrade. Okay. Add an overlay. That's not. Okay. Okay. Now this one here is, that is 119 going through the mountains. Um, that's where they clear cutted a mountain, and you can see the different layers. And yes, that is a coal seam right there that they didn't touch. I don't know why, but you can see the different. The bottom is like a granite, then you've got your coal seam, and then you've got your sandstone. But that's what the mountains look like when they're cut into. They go up that first gray spot you see right there, that's 50 feet high, 20 feet back, 50 feet high, 20 feet back, 50 feet high. They went 50 by 20 all the way up to the top. But that's what I'm gonna try to do. Is I'm gonna try to do the realization of the mountains in here. It'd be a lot of work, but it'd be well worth it. Yeah. I gotta go rinse my brush out real fast. You got it. Okay, now that one picture I just showed you almost got me arrested. Um, Here is another one that I want to. This is on Old Route 10 coming out of Logan into Maine. This is what they call Old Route 10. But as you can see on if you're looking at the monitor left, that it's totally different from the last one. that one there, you know? It's totally different. That's all nice and smooth. And then you have where it has been washed out and collapses. Now on the other side of that guardrail right there is roughly about a 85-foot drop. And at the bottom of that is the railroad track. When they put this road through, 119 that I showed before wasn't even thought of yet. They did, I think it took them just over 10 years to make that road. But this is the way we used to have to travel to go from Logan to Man, is on this road with coal trucks. And as you can see, it ain't very wide. So let's see if I got one more. Most of my pictures are on my main tower. Now this is a the one that's up now is the one that goes to Logan from Man. Right where that yellow sign is, way back in the back, it drops down into Logan. And but mostly what I did is take the pictures for the mountains, the terrain as far as the rock facings, the way the trees are laying. One thing that I've noticed on people's trees when they do a layout, okay, I'll use this for an example. This right here would be the mountain, okay, going up the side. Trees just don't grow on top. They grow on the side of the mountains up. But no manufacturer that I have found yet has trees that are shaped like at a 45 or a 30 degree to where they can go, you know, the roots are hanging down this way. Get my big fingers out of the way. Where the roots are hanging down this way, and then the tree goes up. You know, because the tree will grow on the side of the mountain, it'll grow out and then up. And the roots will fasten to the side of that mountain. But I've never yet found a company that makes trees on an angle. Even the ones that make homemade trees, I've never seen them. Let's see. Well, this is a good example here on this one here. If the tree that is, you can see them there on the left-hand side of your monitor, just a little bit above that rock cliff. That rock cliff still goes up another 45, 50 feet. And then trees are literally growing on the side of the mountain. And the trees on the right-hand side, they're growing on an incline. I guess I'm going to have to get a hold of one of these guys that does the homemade trees and see if they can design a tree that hangs on the side of a mountain. Here, this will be a good example. Yeah, this will be a really good example. Okay, back to class. Um, excuse me. Now this is a tree that I've been working on. It's still not painted all the way. I've just been using it for looks, but I'm able to bend the roots down to form. You know what I'm saying? Now I know this tree is bigger than what the rock face is, but I'm trying to. Looks like a spider. But that's my intention. Is finding to make trees that grow on the side of the mountain. Um, that's that's part of what I got in mind. I wanted to show you that because, like I said, I am I am going to do what do you call it, prototype to some extension, and some that is going to be kind of what the hell was he thinking? But that's my plan. I mean, you gotta have some kind of plan if you're gonna do a layout. But that one picture I showed you, um, where it go? This one right here. This picture right here. Back up. There it goes. That picture right there is what you see here. That's what you see here. I am going to try to make that this. You know what I'm saying? This ain't going to be an 80-foot drop. Matter of fact, that's only, oh, in HO scale. And I'm a firm believer in having this HO ruler with you when you're building a layout, because that wall right there is only 6 foot. Um, on this part back here, the removable lift out, that's where I'm gonna put all my rocks on. I seen something the other day. Well, this has been a while ago. A gentleman made rocks out of a cushion seat. Yeah, the couch cushion, the foam. He made boulders and rock faces with that, and it absolutely looked outstanding. I mean, it looked so real, and all it was that seat cover foam. Excuse me. That's all it was that foam, and he don't cut it; he tears it. He tears it like, if you want a brick wall that thick, he'll take his razor blade knife and put a start in it, and then he'll just tear it. And whatever kind of form it takes, that's the rock he'll make. But when I get to that stage, I want to do that live because that was just unique. But see, now that I got that blue going, that don't look too bad. compared to this side. Well, I did, those, the loading yard kit that I bought. This is two of the buildings that I'm going to be doing for the layout. Oh, God, I hurt the toe. That way, I've got a scratch build. I've got to scratch build the buildings that were in the horseshoe. Those are more or less like lean-tos. And then I've got to build the main office out of scratch. Now, I can't believe I've been pushing the 2 hour mark. 2.5 hour mark. Dang. Time flies when you're having fun. Boy, I hate that new medicine that got me on this. Ooh, tears me up. But it helps me breathe. I guess that's the best part of it all. Huh? I'm still waiting for that dreaded news that I'm gonna have to go on an oxygen dose. But if it happens, it happens. There's nothing I can do about it. Live with it and go on, huh? That's my philosophy in life. Why do everybody's gonna die. It don't matter. Nobody's gonna live forever. Everybody's gonna die. Just when, nobody knows. I still don't know. But I know my time is limited. So why dwell on it? Why use it to make everybody feel sorry for you? And, oh, poor Scott, he's gonna die. Well, some of you might be jumping up and down. Oh, but that's the frame of mind I have. I don't care. I'm gonna do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it, and ain't nobody gonna change my mind. Just like my doctor, he said, you have the wildest outlook on life. Well, dude, I've lived in 17 states, from California to Florida to New York. I've done mostly everything a man can do as far as work. I've been a short order cook. I've cleaned dumpsters out down in Orlando, Florida, and I'm talking big dumpsters, stinky dumpsters. I've unloaded cars in Jacksonville, Florida, off of barges and construction all my life. Coal miner for 15 years, 20, no, 18 years, sorry. And I have led a very, very exciting life. I've met some beautiful people, like on the trains here. I've met some phenomenal people. And then I've met people that think they're better than everybody else, especially little rich kids. Daddy, he got doing me in my layout. Can you buy me this? Oh. If I ever walked up to my dad and said that, he'd have smacked me on the back of the head and said, "Go get a job." It's like when my grandson wants something, he uh, he earns them. He earns it. He does his chores around here. He helps Mamaw with the dishes. He helps take the trash out. He helps mow the yard. Helps me take care of the yard. He earns his. Kids today don't know what that is. I might have just ticked off a lot of people, but ask me if I really care. Yes, and I have. I'm back on my meds. I do feel good. But I think that week that I ignited on the white and everything, I didn't have my medicine for almost 4 days. And that day, they just they were they were in the wrong wrong place, wrong time, and said the wrong thing. And I ignited. Boy, did I ignite! But like I say what I think. I do not have that filter that says stop, stop, stop. You're gonna hurt somebody. You're gonna, I don't have that filter, and that's what I need everybody to realize is I am who I am. I say what's on my mind. I'll put it this way: I can be your best friend or your worst nightmare. When I was, yeah, true. Ooh, what kind of project, Lee? When I was 11 years old, they that's when they diagnosed me with this. And the doctor told my mom back then, I don't know if you all know what this is. Joe Mike Ritalin. It's it's speed that they used to give kids back in the day to slow it. It's supposed to counteract hyperness. Okay, I'll be looking for it. Ritalin was supposed to counteract hyperness. um, HHD or whatever that's called. Well, with me, it absorbed into my body, and 5 o'clock in the morning was 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So my doctor, Dr. Hogelsack, God rest his soul, um, he told my mom the best thing that she can do for me is put me in a karate class. That way, the karate class will help me. My sensei would teach me how to control my temper. Well, all they did was have a hyper person that was a third-degree black belt by the time he was 18. You know, that's not a good thing. So I don't know why I'm gabbing on. Y'all don't really. I'm just. I want y'all to get to know me. You know, I want you to know me. That way, if I screw up, you all say, "Oh, that's just Scott." That's what the wife says. Oh, that's just Scott. I forgot I had that Band-Aid on there until I seen that in the picture. And the people that can overlook my foresight, that's the ones I want to be friends with. Because then they know who I am. They don't put me in a category. It's like Joe. Even though I ignited on, come on, Gallo, ignited on them two, he still talks to me. That tells me he's either crazy like me or he accepts me. And I'm leaning towards the crazy part. Oh, I don't know, but I would finish that saying, but I'm on air. I don't know, but I've been told it's mighty cold. Oh, well, I'll tell you what, that building that update Wilmer did the other day, well, that layout looking good. I love that gas station he made. I remember them gas stations growing up. That was everybody's gas station to go to. I was hoping I had an old tanker that had St. Clair on it. I was going to send it to him. You know, the tanker trucks. I wonder if you can buy that online. That'd be a nice little present. You give him a St. Clair. We put up with each other. I hear you, brother. That's what the wife does. She puts up with me. I can't believe I'm almost made it to the bend. Excuse me. Oh yeah, I mean he's done a phenomenal job on some of those scratch fields. I mean a really good job on some of those scratch fields. That gas station just came out perfect. Okay, I got to move the camera a little bit. I'm on my bed. Hello. Oh God, what did you see? It's a ghost. He's screwing with me. Oh, come on, unfreeze. Come on, hurry up so I can paint. And he's supposed to. Now I'll get down to about right here and go back over, work from there back. Oh. Work from this part back that way, wasn't it? I had this on the TV last night. They do. I mean, there's a lot of talented people. There's a lot of talented people over in Australia and UK. I mean, Kathy. Oh my God, that woman right there. That is one talented woman when it comes to dioramas. Kathy McKay, I think's her name. She was over here in the States not too long ago. And I have used Scotch tape. I've used masking tape. Um, this right here is Painter, you know, the body shops. This is their body shop paint tape. Because when I hit the last one with paint, when I hit when I did this, this is the second time I've had to put this one down. When I hit it with paint before, it curled, it rolled. So I went down to the local body shop out down here, Gentry's, and he's a good friend, good body man. No punt, no, that ain't no punt for him. I don't want it tight. He asked me what I do with all the tape. And I said just for the layout. He says, how do you use tape on a layout? And I showed him. I said, that gives you that, I don't know what the degree is on them. You know, they have so much of an angle pitch to the tracks where the cars lean on the inside rail. But all I've done is take a piece of sandpaper. I think this is 120. Kind of goes on this orbital sander. And I just stuck it on there. That looks good. That looks so much better when all the track's covered in it. You don't have this right here. I mean, that right there was the same here, so that looks so much better. Hey, Wig, what's up, brother? Oh, just goofing off and painting some track. We had our first frost last night. That means the growing season is over. And it's supposed to get back up into the 70s next week. Well, this week. That way I can do my yard one more time, get rid of the gas in my lawnmower. And be done with it. We had an old, well, when me and the wife first got married, you know, the first thing a couple does is go out and buy a lawnmower. Well, we bought a lawnmower and push mower, you know, nothing expensive, just, I think it was a Walmart special. And that mower, to this day, I can go out there in the garage, pull it out and fire it up. And that thing's over 20 years old. Well, with my back the way it is and everything else that's going on, I told the wife I want a good mower. So we went up down to Ellis's and bought a Husqvarna self-propelled, well, not self-propelled, but propelled lawnmower. And it's my favorite color, orange, Harley orange. And that's what the wife calls it. Because that's your Harley, ain't it? But it's fuel injected lawnmower. That's put me out. There's no carburetor on this lawnmower. Not like when we was growing up, you know, you take the carburetor off, you clean it. If it didn't fire, you took the magneto off and cleaned it. But I don't leave gas in it because of it being fuel injected. And hopefully that will be the last lawnmower I ever have to buy. I know the weather is so. I don't know what we did to Mother Nature to tick her off, but dang. Be mad. I'm not really worried about the inside rail, getting it on the inside or the outside rail, because this will just add to the weathering part of it when I do do my wash. This is oxidized dark rust from Velo, or how do you say it? But if you some of my tracks already weathered where I did where I had it up before. I should say some of the rails are already weathered. But I want to clean that lip off right there that the inside flange runs on. I don't know why I'm being so picky about this, because by the time I get it all grouted in and everything, you ain't gonna see none of this. But I know it's there. And that's the big thing. Watched some of these live stream last night about cameras. That's what I got. I'd like to purchase a 4K. A 4K camera, and that way there's no lagginess. Because my internet is, well, I've got my internet box is in the back room. My Wi-Fi box is in the back room. I'm single. And, and I had that upgrade go. I was at my max hours recording, and I had a notice in my email that I had 4 hours left of recording time, and then I'd have to wait until next month to do any recording. So I went on there, StreamYard's thing, and I upgraded to the $25 a month ordeal. That's why there's no logo up in the top, up in the corner. I can't put that one up there. or I can go back to that one. But that's, so I went and purchased that, the $25. Now an endless amount of streaming, recording. I think I'm able to record up to 6 hours and then do a live stream with it, like Vinny does. I wonder how he's doing. I ain't seen him in a while. Usually he says hi or something, but the last couple of weeks I haven't seen him. I know Sparky and all them come down, and Grandpa Rails and all of them had a good time. At least from the videos I've seen, they had a blast. I don't want to get too sloppy though on that rail. I got a buddy that used to live up in Ohio with me, and he moved down to Georgia, and he did excavating work for a company that I worked for, and he just got a bug up his tail one day, packed up, and moved down there. And his channel is called Let's Dig 8, number 8. And different excavator companies down there has challenged him to different things. And one of them was take a 16-ounce bottle and have another 16-ounce bottle. Now the lids on these are already unscrewed, okay? Take his excavator. Now I'm talking about an excavator that can fill a semi truck up in 4 scoops. That's the 4-yard bucket I think he's got on his with the claw, the thumb on it. And one of them told him, challenged him to take the lid off of one 16-ounce bottle and set it on the other 16-ounce bottle without knocking any one of them over. I called him after I seen his video and asked him how many times it took for him to redo that video. He did it in one shot. Now, if he's pulling my leg, I don't know. But even if it took 5 or 6 times to do it, you know how hard it would be to take a pop bottle lid off of one bottle and set it on the other with an excavator? That would be interesting. But he's a good, He does mostly ponds. He'll build a brand new pond for you. Clear lots down there. He's good at what he does, there's no doubt. But he wants me to come down and work for him. And, I'm too happy with that. I like West Virginia. I like the people down here. I love my mountains. I mean, it don't matter. If you got problems in your life, you walk up in the mountains, they're gone. Well, I shouldn't say gone. They disappear for a while. You know, you're able to think straight. Well, so far, Joe, ever since we replaced that switch, ain't had a bit of problem, dude. Not one time. Not a bit of problem. It's all because of you telling me to get my meter out. And if I wouldn't have got my meter out and tested the volt, you know, see if there's a current, I would have never noticed that frog. Never noticed that frog. Let me see if I can find that. I don't know where I put it. Right here. This is what we're talking about. That frog, okay, I'll cover it up right now. That's your frog, right? Okay. Now when the trains were running on this line, smooth as silk. I mean smooth as silk. But when they would come onto this line and come over, I was shorting out. Excuse me, and I couldn't understand why. Well, come to find out, Joe said, get your meter out and test it. Okay, so I tested it. You know, everything was doing good, what it was supposed to be doing. But if you look right here, see the difference in that rail? That right there, when that would come off of this line and come over, it was hitting this one first and then shorting out on that one. Just that little bit right there. And I looked at all my other switches and every one of them are even. Matter of fact, they're even all the way up to that point on both rails. But that, if you're having shorts in your switches, take a peek at that. But that flipped me out when I seen that. It's like, no way. I couldn't believe that. Well, I could believe it. I couldn't believe that it was just, you know, and like I said, when it was running through the straight line of it, running perfect. But when I go from this line to this line, it was short circuiting. And that just, it drove me nuts. It was like, come on, people, what is going on? And then Joe said, get your meter out and check it. And when I did, that's when I noticed it. I seen it, and it was like, okay. So when I ran a train through it again, I was watching that one area, and as soon as that inside flange cleared that switch, that middle, that frog, the inside flange was just barely hitting that other rail, enough to short it out. And it totally put me out that it was doing that. Because I've never had that problem before. Of course, I never used that switch before. I never had a big enough layout at the time to run that switch. But now I know what it was. We replaced it right then and there, and she has been running semi-smooth. I just can't wait. I am going to wait. Sorry about that. I had to move my camera off the cord. My court will be here tomorrow for the yards. That way I can start working on the concrete yard. Oh, no, wrong way. I hit that switch, and it was headed into a diversion track. There, that's better. Woo, that was almost a big boo-boo. But the wife, we ordered it through Walmart. 4 in a pack for $4. More or less like $1 a quart through Walmart. The same pack at Michael's and the other craft stores was anywhere from $10 to $15 for the same identical quart. So if you need that big, the 12-inch by 12-inch quart for your yards, go through Walmart.com, and we didn't pay shipping for it, and it'll be here tomorrow. Now, as far as my road bed quart comes in, that's another question. I need roughly 2, 3, 4. I need 4 pieces to finish out this line all the way around where I can run both trains. I could have used, I could have took the quart from this line and run them evenly all the way up, but then I wouldn't be able to run trains. So I took the Evil 2 and just extended this one all the way around. Oh, now some. I'm using acrylic paint Bond. is what it's called. I would airbrush this, but I bought a nice, and I mean a nice gun, but a cheap compressor. And I think the compressor lasted me about 6 months. So I got to, I've got a little pancake. I got a little pancake compressor out in the garage. A little DeWalt that I thought about running a airline, because I've got it set up right now to the oxygen hoses that people use. I've got it set up to where I have the gun on the end of the oxygen hoses, and I've got get out, now, go. That was my cat. He is not allowed in here. After what he did to my engine. But the in the air kit that I got with it, it had a straight nipple on it where you could slide up a hose on it. And I do have a water dispenser thing on it to catch the water. But I thought about drilling a hole through this wall right here underneath and putting that compressor on the outside of this wall. But then I thought, well, in the winter time, the condensation that are in the tank would freeze, bust, and then I would be out of it. Nice little air compressor. It'll run 2 nail guns. Yeah, regulator. That's what I got. A regulator with a water dispenser on it. That way it catches any moisture, and you can turn it down to 5 pounds of air. I don't know how you see these guys that take their spray cans and take their black spray cans and just that's a lot of cleaning. That is a whole lot of cleaning as far as your switches, your tracks. That's getting painted, so it don't matter. I just rather do it this way. It's more relaxing. Yeah, I'm out of the wash here. Where do you live at in Central Ohio? Because I'm from Akron. I have a buddy of mine who has a hunting he leases the property from a strip from a company up there. You just got to stay 5,000 yards away from their equipment. Yeah, I said 5,000 yards. That's how big this place is. Salt Fork, down there, that area. Hell, I used to be a member of Salt Fork. Nice little camping ground. It's one of them campgrounds that have everything, you know. Swimming pool, recreation, horseback riding, fishing. And from what I'm hearing, they just now opened up where you can take your horses and four-wheelers down through there. I know Dave, one day was from Cleveland. Well, Container Man was only about an hour away from me the other day. He said he was on I-64. Shit, that's only an hour away from me, dude. I can get there probably in a half hour, depending on how the cops are. Man, I wish y'all could see how that fawn just brings out the grain. And then when it dies down, it looks like it's wood, you know. I don't know if I can bring you guys in for close up, if the camera will let me or not, without autofocusing. I mean, that don't look bad. That looks used and weathered and all the good stuff. Like I said, after the trains run over it, we'll never notice it. Huh. That's our story, and we're sticking to it. I like dry brushing though, man. That's the part of it that brings everything out. You gonna do any running today, Joe? Did you ever get that dip fixed that you were talking about yesterday that you was having a hard time with? Old man Tucker, I need help. Oh when you start playing your track as a guitar, you know there's something wrong. Oh, that's cool. You got to pick. I could tell yesterday you were kind of getting frustrated with it. It sucks when you work on something so hard and it's like, it just ran through there perfect. And all of a sudden it goes to hell in a handbasket. Okay. Okay, now you have to go with that. Well, you don't have to, but I want you to. Come on, hurry up, Slowpoke. I know you're speeding it. Yeah, I just love that view of that bridge and everything that you got. Looking back over the town. That is a beautiful setup, man. Mm. I'm waiting for it to clear a switch so I can throw it. There we go. Yeah, I tried running two trains on this last night with one track. Well, as you can see, I went back down to one train. I kind of had the same problem you did, Joe, with your crossover there with your passenger car. I love that passenger car. That's pretty slick. Oh yeah, sliding right in, baby. That side you want to take long. Well, I'll tell you what, last night we was laying in bed and I had my black patches, the one that accepted me, the black and white one. He was all snuggled up next to me like a little baby, and the wife was laying there, and we were sleeping. And for some godly reason, this cat come out from underneath the blankets, shot across. It ain't funny, but it shot across the wife's head, woke her up, woke me up. I ain't never heard in my life having a cat having a bad dream. But when he come up out of that bed, he was 90 miles an hour. Yeah, you do, because if not, man, you can have major boo boo. Get one more in there. Put three in there, and that'll look good. Yeah, I diverted it over onto this track now. Just think, every 3 feet, I get to do this. All the way around. But this is most of the main area I'm worried about right now. It's more off of that one. That's one thing you got to watch out when you're doing tires, man. Villain tires. You do not want them too hard to where it raises that track. They just slide in there so pretty. Wow, one more. Nice thing about it is I already done the lift up as far as replacing the tires on this side, on this line, on the lift out. So you don't have far to go on this. Like you said, by the time you get them weathered and painted and they all look good, Besides, I gotta get my peninsula done because I want to bring my engine house out. And that's where that's going. On one of the peninsula ends. That way, okay, that one's done. Boy, that looks so nice. Yes, and I do talk to myself quite often. I tell the wife that's the only way I can have a civilized, an intelligent conversation, and I'm always right. Because if you talk to yourself and you answer yourself, that means you're right. Or you can have a one-sided argument. Beautiful. I can start painting this side. Yeah, I think I might have the road come right through here. It'll come off this way, go right or left, go right, and then I'm gonna have a road go straight back into this corner. Well, you guys can't see. Okay. Then I'll have a road that goes to the left, one that goes to the right. This house won't sit here no more. Um, and then I'm gonna have a road that goes back here into the corner, like a dead end alley. And that way, but if anybody needs ties, let me know. Very nice. And yes, I have put my nose in there. That's one thing nice about um, the inhaler that I'm on. It comes in these little containers. That way, you can use them as paint or small screws and stuff like that you're working with. feel like he's walking around all the time. Instead of sitting down. Okay, am I going to be able to get one more in there? Oh, let's try. So what else is everybody watching or working on? Because I know 4 people ain't just sitting here watching me. You got to be working on something. Like I said, tonight when the sun gets off, I'm going to see if he can help me. I'll show you. I'll be back in a minute. Wife got me these earbuds. Um, they man, they sound phenomenal as far as the quality of the sound. Um, but I've got to have him help me have the computer recognize these. I tried it myself the other day. Yeah. What's that say? A monkey, a football? Yeah, that's what I look like. I was lost. But you get me into the DCC stuff, and I can wireless layout and program CVs and set up a power district and all that stuff. Man, when it comes to a computer, I'm about as dumb as they come. And the bad thing about it is, the bad thing about it is my grandson knows more about a computer than I do, and he's 11 years old. Of course, that's from his dad. Even though his dad works at a body shop, he writes, he's self-taught programmer. I mean, he was one of these kids that the wife was telling me when they were growing up, they had the FBI at their door because Gary wanted to see what was in the IRS. Ooh. And yeah, he hacked the IRS. It got him in a whole lot of trouble. Brother. But yeah, it got him in a whole lot of trouble. Enough trouble almost putting him in prison. Okay. Okay, I know I got more ties. Oh. And my mother used to tell me when he was a kid that they would get him like a Xbox, or back in that day it was what, Atari, and he would have it tore down and literally tore apart, put back together, but programmed his way. He worked for a couple firms that were here in Logan as far as programming, but come to find out that they were iffy. The one thing nice about it is he got to do something that most of us will never do unless you're in the military. He got to go on a cruise. He got to go to Cuba, and the firm he was working for, they wrote it off as a business expense. When he got back there, he told me they had probably about a 20-minute meeting. Then the rest of the day was having fun. So they just say that company didn't last long, but they paid for everything. They paid for his visa, everything, man. But he got to do something that most people will never do. Which he deserves it. He's a hard worker. I'm very proud of him. He takes care of his son, takes care of both of his sons. Levi and Xander, takes care of both of them, make sure they are well taken care of. Single father, 2 boys, very proud of him. He don't drink, he don't do drugs. But he did tell me he let his hair go, let his hair down when he was in Cuba. He got to smoke a Cuban cigar, and I don't know what kind of whiskey they drink over there, he said. He says, but 3 shots would put you underneath the table. And I looked at him, I said, do you still want to drink? He said, God, no. He goes, that next morning, he says, I didn't come out of my cabin. Well, I've been, dang, seriously? God, I've been on here for almost 4 hours, and this is all I've gotten done. Railroad company gonna fire me. Young man, you ain't working fast enough. But that does look a lot better than that blue showing. I do gotta admit that. Whew. Hey, Kevin, Grandpa Kevin, did you send me an email, a Gmail the other day? I'm glad you got on here because I had to ask you that. Because if it was you, yes. If it wasn't you, I'm not sending it. You know what I'm saying? Well, I could leave that house. I could. I could slide that house down here. Have a road from there, and have this going in the cul-de-sac. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Oh, well, it's 3 o'clock. I gotta go take my medicine. My last question was to Grandpa Kevin if he sent me a Gmail. Okay. I hear you, brother. Oh, well, I'm gonna let this set up and dry all the way because I still see shiny stuff parts in the paint. I am going on 4 hours of showtime. What was it? Let me see. I appreciate you all stopping in. I will, I'm going to take me about an hour break, get some dinner. Well, not dinner, more or less like a snack. And I'm going to jump back on here and keep working what I'm working. Well, it might come back and this might be all gone. It's hard to say with me. But when the train goes back around and the caboose goes by, I'm going to end the stream. And then I will be back on probably about an hour, 5-ish, somewhere through there. Well, 2 hours. Joe, I appreciate you. Lee, Grandpa Kevin, Lee, I appreciate you all stopping by. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. I told you I'm not all there. Oh, I got a little bit of work done today on it. Besides running trains, I mean, I got from here to the lift out bridge, which is probably 5 foot span. I got the ties in. Got this side painted and weathered a little bit. I got to weather from here up towards the bridge. I've done did the bridge weathering wise. I'll work on the inside line while it's framed on the outside line. Maybe she's going to. Oh, I love my engine. And what's funny, Joe, before I go offline, what's funny is I'm like you. I was born and raised around B&O, chassis up there in Akron. That's why I got all the coal cars, and I've got two engines, but they're not sound. I've got one chassis system engine that I put a decoder in, just a run decoder, no sound or anything like that. But as the caboose fades away, so shall I. I appreciate everybody. And like I said, give me a couple hours, I'll be back on. And we'll see what else kind of trouble I can get into. But y'all have a fine night and a safe day. We'll talk to you in a little bit.